turn one. The West Germans have initiative this time, though. So they're going to be rolling for orders first. We've got the Leopard 1 and Leopard 2 HQs at the end of the road there. The Martyrs have started on the table behind those woods with their HQ. The commanding officer today is going to be inside the Leopard 2 command piece. You can't see them probably, but I have antenna on the command pieces. That's how I tell from the tabletop. You guys probably won't be able to see those. So again, to go over the East German deployment, I'm going to hold the mic the whole time, just so I remember now. Oh, by the way, hopefully the camera angle and the volume of the mic is better in this video. Hopefully. Let me know if it's not. I appreciate any feedback whatsoever, even if it sucks. So yeah, at the top of the neighborhood, we have 2 of the T-72s posted up right there. One's covering the little gap between the power line and the woods. He won't be able to see until anything gets to right at the crossroads, the base of that hill. So if I crest the hill or go around it towards the town, they're going to get lit up by at least one T-72. I'll have to maneuver the other one so they both have shots down there. Then we got another T-72 in the middle, directly in front of the command piece for them. So he'll be the only one that's actually in command. The other 3 are going to be are in op fire positions. So the third one's here at the end of the road, covering the Soviet advance as they come up the road. We've got their Soviet infantry HQ, and I've added a platoon of 3 T-55s and another little cheap HQ. So he has a command value of 7, I believe. I think it's the cheapest one they have, so it's either 7 or 8. They might be both 8. 9 tank commander. The commanding officer of the whole battle group is the T-72, the East German T-72 command piece. And he's got a Soviet infantry HQ and a Soviet tank HQ. Sorry. But again, they're turn 3. They're not going to show up till turn 3, but I have their pieces here so that I remember that they're there. And I think we can start rolling for the West Germans. So I've got the Leopard 1 HQ is going to start at 9, and he's going to tell 4. No, I'm going to command all 8 of the Leopard 1s to take the table. I'm going to have 4 stop short of the woods, so I'm going to dig them in over there, and I'm going to have 4 travel up the road. That's a 5. Okay. And we move their pieces. Alright, so there's the opening movements over there. We've got 4 Leopard 1s stopped short at the woods, and I got the other 4 in a diamond formation right next to the road. I realized if I went to the other side of the road that T-72 here would get an opportunity fire shot the second I came on the table. So I decided not to do that and went to the other side of the road. So I'm going to give them the second order for all 8. They're going to do they're going to move half and fire. Whoever's able can fire. I'm going to try to sneak a shot through this little gap here and try to hit this T-72. With one, I'm only probably going to get like one shot maybe, but we'll see. It'll be a trade-off. So I need a 9, or I need a 10 goes to 9 for the first order. No, 10, the second order is 9. Wrong HQ guy, but I rolled an 11. Or rather, yeah, so the HQ failed. So I'm going to try to use the infantry HQ who's on the table back here to try to grab those guys. Same 8, same order, but he's out of command, or rather he's over 20 centimeters from all of them in order to grab all of them. So he's going to be start with a 9, goes to 8 for the command range, and goes to 7 for trying to issue the same order, I believe. I'll double check that, but we're going to roll it as a 7 to start with. And that was a 9, so that's going to fail. And then we're going to go to the commanding officer, and he's going to just try to bring on the 4 Leopard 2s. And we're going to race forward and take some shots on the chin since they have a 3-up save. So this is going to be started at a 10. That's a 10 exactly. 2 5s. So we move. Let me bring my Leopard 2s on. And they move 30 just like the T-72s. So we're just going to measure from... it's mobile deployment, so you measure from their command pieces as well as on the base of the table. Centimeters gets me right here. Mark that. And we're going to have okay, so we've got 4 Leopard 2s now in front of the diamond formation Leopard 4s. 2 of the Leopard 2s are in line of sight of the T-72 in the crops here. So he's going to pop his opportunity fire. He's going to get 6 shots firing straight downrange at that Leopard 2. 4. Okay, so we got 6 shots. Hitting on 5s for the stuff he's shooting through. And it looks like 0 hits, so that's neat. So I'm going to put a bead on him for his popping out fire. Sorry, wrong guy. Who's this guy doing it? The guy in the street can see right through here, and he's the only one that can see through there. And he was shooting at this Leopard 2, the one that's actually on the street. I'm going to trace his line of sight with the tape. Straight there. Through the gap. It's hitting this dude here, but he missed, so it doesn't matter. We're going to try to give the Leopard 2s a stationary fire order. I'll be able to reach through there with the guy that just got shot at. It's just one Leopard 2. He's on the penultimate to the left, penultimate left side. that's a 9. So that'll pull it off. It's one guy. And they have 6 shots. Hitting on 5s because of the. Actually, it should be 6s since they were there. They were prepared all night from the last game. So this is gonna be a 6. Those prepared positions that they're in until they move out of them. I got 1 hit. We need a 4-up save. No save. We need a 6 to hit again to suppress. And now it's a 4. Alright. So that'll end turn. Well, I'll try it again. That was a 9. So an 8, I'll get another shot. And that's an 8 exactly, so we're going to do it. So we got 1 hit again, saving on a 4. Doesn't save. 6 again to suppress. No suppression. It's a big fat 1. Get these dice out of here. It's annoying to keep reaching for them. Okay, so that's the. Let's try again. Need a 7 now. Lucky number 7. That's a 10. So that'll be turn for the West Germans, and we'll be back with the East Germans retaliation. Turn for turn 1. Okay, bottom of 1 for the East Germans. Sans Soviets for 2 more turns. We're going to bring over. Actually, no, we're just going to keep duking it out with the one guy we can see. Hopefully, we'll nail him. We're going to give an order to the guy that shot. He's the only one that can see, unfortunately. Let's hold on. I believe this guy can see down there now. Yeah, you can totally see that guy. So we're going to fire on that Leopard 2 from the middle there. That's going to be a stationary shot, starting at a 9 to order him. And that's a 6. So we're going to open fire. 6 shots. We're going to need 4s to hit there. There's nothing in between that guy and myself. So it's going to be a whopping 4 hits. That's unfortunate. But I get 3-up saves. So that's cool. Here's 2 of them. Save 1, take 1. And save 2 of those. So he takes 1. And we need a 4-up again to hit him. To suppress him. No, it's 2, so he takes 1 hit. Okay. So 9 goes to 8. First shot, so 9 is 8. Goes to 7 for range. Goes to 6 because he fired an opportunity fire. We're going to try to get the guy to take another shot. Or, no, we'll try to put another hit on the same guy. I think I'm going to do that. So yeah, now we only need an 8 to take another shot with this guy here. That's an 8 exactly, so we're going to do it. 6 shots. Needing 4s over here. So that looks like 4 hits. Four hits, we get 3-up saves. That's 1 that goes through. And it was a suppression. So we suppressed the guy, and he's now got 2 hits. Okay. On a 7, we'll do it again. That's a 4. No. A 4 would still do it, but I needed the target number was wrong, but a 4 will still do it. So 6 shots again. Looks like 4 hits. 3 up saves. Saves 2, takes 2. He is double suppressed and has 2. Fallback 11 centimeters. He's going to temporarily join the diamond formation of the leopard ones. That was unfortunate. Let's try. No, that's fine. We'll leave that there like it is. So go. I'll be back with top of turn 2 for the West Germans. All right, top of turn 2. We're gonna start with the West Germans. We need to clean up the bit of failures from last turn. So we're gonna start with the infantry HQ, and he's going to tell those martyrs to take as much movement as they need to get dug into the woods, but not peek out the other side. So it's just going to basically be a half move, and it starts with a 9. That's a 7. Move that tree out of the way there for a second. That's the main reason I don't have a static board, besides the fact that it takes too much work to build, is that I can alter the battlefield whenever I want to, however I need to. It's just a lot more stuff to make. But that's okay. I'm going to get a big bag of lichen to round out the edges. These are supposed to look more like maps than what you would see on like a 40K table or something, or even a Team Yankee or Flames of War table at that. It's just a zoomed out version of it. But we're still using each tank is a tank, though. You could do it as each tank is a platoon, in which case there's a whole lot of shit out here. But anyways, we're doing every tank is a tank, and we're gonna finish on with top of turn 2 with the West Germans. So the infantry have pushed up into the woods right here. They're kind of just gonna wait until the tanks clear this area so they can push up to these woods here. They just kind of leapfrog around the map parallel to the tanks while they clear stuff out. So now we're gonna go to the Leopard 2. Well, no, the Leopard 1s. We'll get that diamond formation out here and move it up. They're going to move to the right side of the Leopard 2s. And that's going to start on a 9. That's a 10. So it goes to the Leopard 2 HQ, or the CO. And he's going to tell the Leopard 2s to move out and crest the hill. I'm going to take up positions on top of that hill. It starts at a 10. That is a 7. Nice. Get these dice out of here again. Okay, so 7 will do it. got leopards on the hill. And I discussed in the last video how the hills are handled in this game. You just draw a line over the top half, over the half of the hill. If you're on the line, you can see up and over it, but you can also be seen. And if you're behind the line like this, you wouldn't be able to be seen, but you couldn't see either. You'd be more like a hull down position, or hull up rather. So I'm going to give them another order. It starts at a 9 because it's their second order, but it's going to go to an 8 because they're now over 20 centimeters. Even though they're still within 25 command, they're over 20 centimeters, which is a flat, well, just a flat modifier in this game, which is pretty nice. So this is going to be a 9 goes to 8, goes to 7. And that's a 9. So that's turn. Unfortunately, we're going to move our Leopard HQ back here. Or the commanding officers right behind the hill. So those Leopard 2s are in constant command with no debuffs. They're just going to be sitting up there in cover shooting down until they're stopped. This suppression goes away. It's now the end of my turn. And we're going to go to the East Germans. And I'm just going to pause here for a second. Alright, bottom of turn 2. The East Germans are going to react to the Leopard 2s that have just crested the hill and have aimed their guns squarely at this guy, basically. They're really mad at this guy. So this is going to start on a 9. And we're going to tell... This debuff goes away. Forgot to take that off. So started at a 9, goes to an 8. And I'm going to try to call these two T-72s over. So it's going to be a 9 goes to 8, goes to 7 for built-up terrain that they're in. That's a 7 exactly. Excellent. So we have all the movement we need to get where we need to get, even in this dense terrain. So I'm going to bring this T-7. Actually, this T-72 is going to stay where he's at. No, we need to get all in. So I should have told them to move half and fire, so they can get to a better position for both of them. But whatever. Okay, so now on an 8 goes to 7. Goes to 6 for range. All 3 of these T-72s are going to open fire on that hill. I need a 6 though, otherwise that's turn. And that's in for turn 2. That's a 4, so this is going to happen. I'm willing to bet those are all within 40 centimeters, but I'm going to measure just because I don't want to be picked apart later on the internets. They are all inside 40 centimeters. So all 3 are going to get 7 shots. So there's going to be 21 long dick barreled shots going straight up to that hill. Starting with the first one in the middle plane here. These are going to be 5s because of the cover on top of the hill. I got 2 hits. We're going to roll the saves down here. It's 1 save, 1 goes through. On another 5, we take a suppression. That's a suppression. Alright. And the next guy behind the grayish-whitish house in the neighborhood, who's just moved to his position. He moved last order, but I'm assuming this is still the same action, so I'm going to take the S2 anyways and fire 5 shots. I'll check it out afterwards, and I'll correct it at the top of turn 3 if I find otherwise. So this is going to be 5s again. Same tank. We got 2 hits again, even with his moving fire. We're going to save on 3s up there. Both of them save. So it bounced, plinked off. Then we go to the last T-72 over here by the bluish grayish house. I really like gray. This is going to be another moving fire shot, so 5 shots from him because they both maneuvered inside the town to get to shots. So we're going to say this. We're going to say this is moving fire. So it's the same turn. We'll find out for sure though. Need 5s. That's going to be 2 hits. Save it on 3s. They both save. Not a total fail. Just for funsies, let me see what 4 more dice would have done to the situation. Would have gotten 2 more hits. And it would have got 1 more through. So that could have potentially been a double suppression. But it wasn't. So I'll be back at the bottom of turn 2. Just kidding, folks. On a 5, I'm gonna take that shot again with the 2 moving guys and the 1 solitary guy. And I haven't shot the 3rd guy yet, so good thing I didn't end the turn. These will be stationary shots, so he gets 7 shots, and these are gonna be on 5s. Looks like 2 hits, even with a full spread. 3-up save. Missed both of them, though. Let's do that again for a suppression. That's a suppression. Double suppression, and he's going to move back 9 centimeters. And take 2 more hits. Alright, so that worked out okay. Regardless of whether or not those moving fire shots mattered or didn't matter, I still got the other 2 hits that I would have gotten in the prognostication from before. So that was the 3rd guy, so now I need a 5 or less to do that again because we're controlling 2 guys in built-up terrain and out of command. But all 3 are going to take that same shot, and we're going to hit the next guy in line now. That's a 4. Apologies, but not apologies for the spike. Still, we're going to stick with the S2 on those 2 guys in town. So 5 shots, needing 5s. Come on. That's 3 hits this time. They're zeroed in now. Saving on 3s. Save 2, take 1, and it's not a suppression. So 1 hit in the center there. 2nd guy in line with 5 hits. 5 shots, same target. Hitting twice. Saving 1. And taking a suppression. So this is now a red 2. Okay. The 3rd guy. 5 shots, shooting at the hill. It's going to be 2 more hits. Save 1. And it's not a suppression, but he takes a 3rd hit. That is the 3 tanks. On a 4, goes to 3. I'm going to tell this guy that's covering the advance for the Russians, he's going to fire up on the hill, and he's going to be outside of, that might be outside of 40, but we're going to make the order first. So we need a 4 or less to make this happen. Come on. Nope, that's a 9. So that's turn. That's turn for the East Germans. So next turn, there will be Soviets on this table. Infantry and T-80s. So it's going to be kind of neat. That'll be it for... That'll be the official end for turn 2. Alright, top turn 3 for the West Germans. Let's see, what are we going to do here? First thing we should do is divert attention away from those suppressed guys on the hill and behind the hill. We're going to start with the infantry HQ. No, we're going to start with the Leopard 1 HQ. And he's going to tell that diamond formation to hustle up to the right side of this hill here. Starting with a 9, that's a 7. They're in the open, so no other mods. So we just measure out 30 here. Okay, and we have to do it. We're gonna take op fire regardless. I don't know whether or not we'll D6 it, whether or not these wily East Germans will take their chances on op fire, or just nice sustained fire on that hill to keep those Leopard 2s at bay. I feel like that's what they would do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. I just made my decision. No rolling. Here, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use a fate dice. Fate dice. So there is a 33% chance that the T-72s will D3 how many of them will op fire, but we'll let fate decide whether or not the tank commander tells them to op fire as the Leopard 1s come around the corner right here. He totally doesn't. He says, fuck it. If you stop firing on that hill, you're fucking fired. So we're just going to move. I got to measure out 30 again because I took that dice away like a dummy. I'm going to measure from the back one, though. This time. Let's see, there should be a Leopard 1 diamond by that hill. So let's make that happen. I love 6mm. 6mm is the best. It's the best. 6mm is the best. 15mm is a close second, but only because of the infantry. The vehicles I could take or leave. The infantry bases are really aesthetically pleasing to work with and see on the table when it's all done. Anyway, we decided that op fire is not going to happen, so that front Leopard right here is breathing a huge sigh of relief that there's no 122mm barrels looking at him right now. Let's see. So it's going to be a 9, goes to an 8, goes to 7 for range. For these two Leopards to open fire into this T-72. That's a 3, so we're going to do it. I'm willing to bet that's over 50 centimeters. It's not. They're inside, so this is going to be 6 shots per, so 12 shots going into this guy here. Alright. So, point man on 6's back here. Just prepare positions. We got 2 hits. That's nice. Save it on 4s. Save 1, take 1 on a 6 up. That's cocked, but it's... I'm rolling it again. Nope. So no suppression, but he takes a hit. Next guy, 6 shots. On 6s. We got 1 hit this time, saving on a 4. He saves. Alright, so he takes a hit, and he saves a hit. On a 6, we do it again. Okay, continuing on. Needed a 6 to do that again. That's a 4. So those 2 are going to open fire again. We're going to correctly fire since they're S1s. So I need to take 1 dice away from them. So they're 5 shots apiece. We'll go ahead and take this hit away. Needing 6s. 1 hit. Saving on a 4. Doesn't save. Needing a 6 again to suppress. No suppression, but he takes a hit. So took a hit anyway. So take that. Real River's coming soon. Don't worry about it. Second guy, 5 shots with an S1. 2 hits this time. So I got the exact same amount of hits with the moving fire in both cases. Save 1, take 1. No suppression, but he takes 2 hits. 3 to go. Hopefully the leopards will fit the leopard 2. Remaining leopard 2 right now will finish that off. So now we're gonna go to the leopard 2 commanding officer, and we're gonna start with a 10, and then we're gonna go to a 9 because of range to tell. Actually, no, 10 straight up. I forgot a leopard. This guy. Idiot. So he's suppressed then, since I forgot to move him up. So this leopard right here, we need a 10 to tell him to open fire on the guy that we've been hitting. That's Snake Eyes. That's a heroic action. That is 2 actions. So we're just going to fire twice. So he's going to take 6 shots goes to 7 shots. Let me confirm my army list here. Leopard 2, A1, A4, 6 shots out to 100. So this is going to be 7 shots because you're inside, because he's inside 50. 4, 6, and 7. 7 shots once on 6s. Looks like 2 hits. 2 more, saving on 4s. Save both of those. 7 more shots on 6s. 1 more hit. I'm getting hit every time and needing 6s. That's pretty awesome. 4s. Doesn't save. Come on, give me a suppression. Nope, that's a 4. But he takes 3 hits now. And that's the 2 shots from the heroic action. On a 9, we're going to do that shit again. That's a 10, of course. Turn is complete. These suppressions come up. And hits come up. And then we forgot to roll for the Soviets, so I'll just roll for their the T-55s first. They need a 9 or 8 rather. That's a 6. So we got some T-55s coming. we got a platoon of T-55s coming on the scene on a 7. So we got T-55s down here. I'm just saying it again just because the mic was too far away. So I'm just saying stuff again. T-55s are now on the table. We need to roll a 7 to get them to move half and open fire on the hill with the Leopard 2s. That's a 7 exactly. We need to look up their army list here. Soviets. Soviet Storm. The T-55 improved is 4 shots out to 80. Still gets a 4-up save though, so that's nice. I think that's just because it's the Soviet one. The Czechoslovakian one gets a, I think it's a 5-up. Yeah, so this is 1975 plus S2 infrared. So we have S2 on, so they each have 2 shots each. They're gonna have 2 shots each at this move. And yeah, we got the roll, so we needed, yeah. So we're gonna move now. 15. We're gonna move 12 and shoot. So I'm only going to be able to get these 2 in the firing arc because this guy is blocked by these 2 tanks. This turret would not be able to get a shot at all because of them. So we're going to take 2 shots apiece for those guys. So 4 shots going into this Leopard 2 right here, needing 5s. Got 1 hit. And it doesn't save though. Doesn't suppress him either, so that's lucky. That would have been annoying if I got one of those suppressed by a T-55. Let's see. So on that was a 7. So on a 6 goes to a 5 because of range. They're gonna do that shit again. Comrades, that's a 3. It's happening again. 4 shots. 1 more hit. No save. He got a suppression. 2 hits. That's a red 2 back here. So that's sweet. Go T-55s. Okay, and then we're going to go to the infantry HQ, try to bring those the BTRs on here. It's an 8. Sorry. And that would be a 10, so that's the official. That's actually the end of the turn. The BTRs got stalled out behind the T-55s, but the T-55 scored a suppression on the hill, so that's going to matter for this next turn. Alrighty. Top of turn 4. We're continuing on with those wily Leopard 2s and Leopard 1s. We're going to start with the Leopard 1s, the diamond formation. Let's see. I wonder if it's going to be worth my trouble to come down here and just super aggressively cut this road off. I could actually dig in and hide and then leave a couple out for op fire. But this Leopard 2 can also op fire. It's got the river though. We need to come around and do this. So the tip of the diamond would be here. That's not bad. those BTRs they're not coming in. They're not going to be able to do anything if I do that. I think that's going to be a great move. So yeah, on a 9, these 4 are all within 20 centimeters. So we're just going to tell them to hoof it on a 9. That's a 7, thank God. Leopard diamond. It's kind of like a not diamond anymore. But there's leopards all over this area. So those BTRs are in trouble. They're not even here yet, and they're in a lot of trouble. Okay, so that was a 9. On an 8, we're going to bring the other 4 that are behind the woods. We're going to bring them in. They're all within 20 as well. This positioning's huge in this game. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not. Yeah, so it's 4 of them. They're going to take the place of the original diamond formation. Starting on, it's still a 9, so an 8. That's an 8 exactly. Okay, and as that one leopard comes around the corner, this T-72 is gonna snipe him. We're gonna hit this one instead. He'll be in the open. So go ahead and give him a bead for op fire, and then we're gonna fire 6. That might be 40. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just 6 shots. He's outside of 40. 6 shots on 4s. That particular target is in the open. That'll be 4 hits. Saving on 4s. 2 save, 2 don't. 4s again to suppress. No suppression. That was really lucky. That should have definitely been a suppression. Who else cannot fire? I think. No. The lead T-55 can op fire. This will be stationary, so he'll get 4 shots. A whole whopping 4 shots. If it's inside 40, though, he'll get 5 shots. And it totally is. These will be 5s. It's 2 hits. Saving on 4s. Whoops, too many dice. Saving on 4s. Saves 1, takes 1, and is not suppressed. So he takes, so the front guy takes a hit as well. I think that'll be it for the op fire. And so now we'll continue on with the West Germans. That H, so they got there. So an 8. So on a 7, we're gonna move half and fire, or I'll just open fire with those 2 that can see. Pretty sure we can both see this guy. Yes. Yeah, so on 7, the 2 leopards up front of the diamond that have been hit are going to fire back at this T-72. And that's a 3, so it's happening. This is going to be 5 shots for S1 instead of 6 shots, and they're outside of their half range. So diamond in front, right here on 6s. 1 hit. He saves it on a 4. Next guy, same target. Sixes. One hit. Again, the chain has not been broken. He saves it, though. I'm getting one hit every time I shoot at them, regardless of moving fire. On a 6, we'll try that again, because I kind of need to pour the hits on these guys. That's a 9. So we're going to move to the Leopard 2 HQ. We're going to try to bring up these 3 Leopards online. This guy's suppressed from the end of last turn until the end of this current turn. So on a 10, we got 1, 2, 3 Leopards are gonna. 2 more are gonna crest the hill, and then all 3 are gonna fire. I'm gonna do a moving fire order for these 2. And that's a command blunder. So that's awesome. In case you're wondering, that's not a good thing. Double 1s is good. Double 6s is not. I can't find my QRS, so I have to pause. We found it. QRS sheet. So command blunder is 1d6. You don't want a 5 or 6. That's a 4. Pull back. So this is actually the one you don't want. This is terrible. Listen to this. Pull back. All unsuppressed units in the open half move directly away from the nearest visible enemy unit. Units forced into enemy units, suppressed friendly units, impassable terrain, or off table or knocked out. Units forced into unsuppressed friendly terrains halt and both are suppressed. That's fucking terrible. But nobody's gonna run into each other actually. But they're all going to move back, so I have to pause and move stuff. Okay, so that sucked. I didn't lose anybody and nobody was further suppressed. But all ground that I've gained is now lost, including this sweet move back here, because these guys had to back up. Luckily, they didn't back up into the water because of how I placed them, thankfully. And the suppressed guy is stuck up on the hill holding his dick. So that also ended my turn with the double 6s. So we're gonna go to the bottom of turn 4 with the Soviets and the East Germans. Alrighty, bottom of turn 4. We saw the Leopards creep back into the fog of war over there behind the hill, but we still see the guy suppressed on top of there. He's actually not suppressed anymore as of the end of the previous turn. Let's see. So the T-55s are going to jump that Leopard 2 before they get wiped out. They're going to be minus a tank though. Or no, he can still move. He was just going to be harder to command. So because I'm going to control all, I'm going to try to grab all 3 of them. And so that 8 goes to 7 because of the 1 jerk. That's a 6. So that's good. And we're just going to move half and fire. Half for them is 12. Alright, so let's move half, and it's going to be 6 shots because 3 of them are firing. Are moving fire. We're going to need 5s because of the cover up there. 0 hits. Okay. So on a 6, they're going to do it again. That's a 9, so we're going to move over to the infantry HQ and try to bring those BTRs in. On an 8. That's a 7. And that blunder really saved our asses. Because they were pushed back, all I have to do is just decide to bring the BTRs on to the right side of the HQ, and they won't be seen at all. So they're good. The infantry breathed a huge sigh of relief. So that's we get their first move. So if we bunch up, we'll just be up in here with the T-72 hanging out with him. Let's see, so and then this guy. Okay, so the barrels on the T-55s are ridiculously long in 6mm. You gotta be really careful when you handle them. Anyways, so the BTRs are on with an 8. On a 7, we're gonna bring on the T-80s. Let's get this party started. Actually, no. Let's do the slow trickle and bring on the PKM machine gun crew and the 2 spandrels. So I'm gonna grab these 3 pieces, and on a 7, they're on. That's a 9. So I'm gonna go to the tank commander, and he's gonna tell the 2 city T-72s to open fire. Starting at a 9, goes to 8 for range. I'm gonna try to light up that Leopard 2 on the hill. That's a 6. Immersion, 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 immersion. Yep. Can't wait for those rivers to get here. What was I doing? Right. Shooting at Leopard 2. So it's going to be 6 shots goes to 7 shots, stationary fire, and range. Needing 5s. Number 1. We got 3 hits. Saving on 3s because we're awesome. That's 2 saves, not that awesome. And he's suppressed again. Just 1 hit. So on a so on a 7, we're gonna do that again. That's a 5. Oh, never mind. We have to fire the second guy still. 6, 7. Second guy on Mount Leopard, 0 hits, so just as well. And I got the order, so we're going to shoot with the first guy again. Same target, same spread. He hits him 4 times. And it saves all of them. Again, because we're awesome. Second guy. 2 hits. Two saves. Again, awesome. Awesome time. Mount. We're just going to call that Mount Awesome. It's a depressing place, but it's also an awesome place. Let's see. On a 6, we're going to do that shit again. That's a 9. So that'll be turn. Bottom of 4. So it'll be top of 5 when we come back. Alrighty. So at the end of the turn 4 command phase, we just switched places with my HQs. I put the tank HQ back here to wait for the T-80s, and then move the infantry HQ up to the crossroads here. He's in command of his 3 BTRs. And actually I can't do that yet either because the spandrels and shit need to come on. But I guess that's why the tank guy's back there, so yeah, we'll leave him up here. So tank guy's calling stuff on now still. So now we go to the West Germans. It might not matter now that we can get our, since we're doing our attack maneuvering again because of stupid blunder. I'm going to start with the diamond formation of leopards from the Leopard 1 HQ. And on a 9, we'll send them to plug this gap right here and try to nuke these. Oh, this puff's going. So is this one. Try to nuke these T-55s with the leopards. So on a 9, everybody's in range and nobody's in dents. That's a 10. That's hilarious. Great, guys. We'll go to the Leopard 2 tank commander, and we'll tell the 3 leopards behind the hill to... See, the one in the far back there isn't going to be able to make it to that firing position. Actually, now I'm going to have to measure this for a couple of guys. So if we move half with the front lead, that'll get us to the hill. We'll not get him there. So these 2 have to stay on the road, but they'll get shots into this T-72 if they move half. So we're just gonna do that. We need a 10. Don't be a fucking 12, I swear to God. Sweet. So 5. So lead leopard, crest the hill. Rear 2. They're actually going to cross each other's streams here. The one on my right is going to fire onto this guy needing 6s, and the one on the left is going to fire into the town needing 5s. Actually, that's a built-up area too. It's going to be 6s. So 6s for both. Right, these are prepared positions. This is just a built-up area. So the whole tile. So we got... these are stationary shots. No, they're not. They're S2s with West Germans. West Germans, Leopard 2, S1s. So they're just 5 shots each. Out to 100. If it's in 50, I don't think it is though. 100% is. Okay. We're gonna take an op fire shot with this T55 and also this one. Actually, all 3 of them. Screw it. All 3 of these jerks are gonna do it. Op firing, because they're relatively safe now, though. No, they're not. Okay, so op fire. This is gonna be 6 shots. Psych. 12 shots. So tank number 1 on 5s from that angle. 1 hit. 1 save. Tank number 2. 5s again. Missed completely. Tank number 3. 1 hit. And he saves. Alright, whatever. Can't not shoot him though. So now we'll go on with leopards. 5 shots apiece goes to 6 shots. Goes back to 6 shots for range. We're gonna need 6s for the town. 0 hits. Okay, so now I'm missing. Now I'm starting to miss. And 6s for this guy. No hits again. All right. On a 9, we'll do it again. That's a 9 exactly. 6s and 6s. 1 hit. No save. No suppression. One more hit. No save. And he got a suppression that time. Cool. So we got a suppression down on there. It's a second order, so on an 8, we're going to do it again. 8, all 3 are going to fire this time, though. And I actually didn't fire the 3rd one last time, so we're going to do him. 5 shots. No hits. Yeah. If they're on that level 3, I'd be hitting them on 5s instead of 6s. Oh well. Yeah, so on an 8, all 3 will fire again. That's an 11, but it's not a blunder, so I'll take it. The suppression comes up. Beads stay. And that was my tank commander, so that ends the turn. That ends turn 5 for us. Turn 5 for the east. We'll start with the tank HQ back here to bring on the infantry elements, infantry support elements on an 8. That's a 7. Spandrels are here. The spandrels are here. I'm going to charge them through the woods. centimeters isn't that far. It's that far, actually. It's right there. So we got a PKM over here. It's a machine gun. He can suppress stuff, but he can't really. There's no infantry out here for him to torture. The T-80s, they're gonna come straight out and take these leopards on head first. We don't play that shit. Rush me, I rush you. I do the rushing, not you. Get a nice little horseshoe of death there of T-80s. Looks good. Let me get their Soviet sheet here. It's already over here. Haha. T-80. They are 6 shots out to 80 with no moving fire. So these ones have the stabilizers, I guess. Let's see. So yeah, we got 6 shots. This is going to be 7 shots each. So this is going to be 28 shots into those leopards. This is going to hurt, hopefully. So 7 at a time here. 4, 6, 7. And they are wide fucking open. So on 4s. 1 hit. That's hilarious. Doesn't save it. And he's suppressed. So if we double suppress this front guy, he's going to just cannonball into these other guys and knock himself out. Second guy. That's a lot more hits. That's 5 more hits. He needs to save 4 of these or be knocked out regardless. He takes 4. They have 5 hits, so these need to be suppressions. They are. He's double suppressed and knocks himself out, careening into these guys and going into the water comedically. Yes, that is how that happened. Third tank, if you can believe it or not. Actually, no, because that was our target. I didn't declare how many targets and whatnot, so yeah. Those guys are done shooting because of fairness. We're going to now do a move order for the spandrels only. And they make it. I needed a 7, and I got a 5, so we're good. We're gonna hang out here. So second those leopards move, they're getting spandrelized. And then because they're paper thin, they'll get liquidated post haste. That is all, or no. So 6. So on a 9, 8. So on a 7, the T-80s are gonna open fire on those the remaining leopards, but we're gonna target. We're gonna do 2 on this guy, or rather, 2 on this guy, and these 2 on this guy. They have to cross streams because of positioning. That's a 3, so it's gonna happen. So 14 shots into each of the front 2 leopards. Starting with the first one. I need 4s again. That's 3 hits. There's a lot of dice rolling in this game. If you like that kind of thing, as I do, There's a lot of dice. Save 2, takes 1. 1 more for suppression. He suppresses him with a hit. The next next 2 on the other guy. 4 hits. Save 2, take 2. Takes a suppression and 2 hits. And the last T80. 2 hits. Saving both, finally. Okay. Let's move over to the infantry HQ. On an 8, the BTRs are going to move out. Rather, they don't need to yet. We're going to keep them there for now. Let's see, on an 8 goes to 7, goes to 6. We're going to tell all 3 of those T-55s to open up on... So these 2 can fire on this back Leopard 1. And the third Leopard, or the third T-55 can fire on one of the dudes on the hill. So that's what I'll do first. Need a stationary shots, so 4 shots apiece. Alright, gotta get the order first. So you need a 9 or an 8, you need a 7. It goes 6 for range. That's not gonna do it. Alright. Tank commander. We are going to grab both of these T-72s. Actually, he'll have to move. That means he won't be in his little hidey hole. We'll just grab we'll grab these 2 Jamokes. So, 9 goes to 8, goes to 7 because this guy is out of range. And it's a 7 exactly. And they're opening fire on the Leopard 2s. That's their mission. It's gonna be 7 shots apiece. T-72 number 1 on the Leopard. Needing 5s. That's 2 hits. He saves 1 and takes 1. And is suppressed. Again. This guy's been suppressed about 10,000 times. Second tank on the same guy. It's going to be 2 more hits. He saves 1 of them. And doesn't take another suppression. But he takes another hit. Standing firm on the hill. Can't really ask for much more. A 6 up will do that again. Or 6 or less will do that again. That's a 5. Excellent. 6, 7. Oh, there it is. Alright, so 7 shots. Same target. Try and knock that guy out once and for all. On 5s. Yeah, once and for all with 0 hits on the first guy. Caught. 1 hit from the second guy. And he saves it. So never mind. On a 5, I'm going to do it again. We need this. Nope, that's 11. That's turn. That's turn. turn 5. That's turn 5 end. We'll be back with turn 6. With no casualties on either side yet, surprisingly. It's just been... Actually, no, it's not true. We got one leopard in the bottom of the briny deep over here in the river. Other than that, though, it's kind of... Well, it's not really a standoff. I've got 4 separate things happening on this table. We've got a strike mission here that's out of command and now is suppressed. We've got a King of the Hill situation right here, which is approaching a stalemate, but I got 2 more leopards over there that can swat these 255s away, since these leopards can't seem to do that. I have 4 more leopard ones that the other diamond formation. I'm going to bring those back up. There's nothing really to do with the infantry in this game. I think I'm going to just not bring infantry anymore and just do tank battles on... Since it's the type of the size of table too, also. It's either got to be all infantry or all tanks. Maybe the next mission I'll do a command and control mission, so that you have to have infantry. You need 3 infantry stands per 1,000 points on the target objective, so we'll try that next time. I believe that's it now. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Alright, top of turn 6. West Germans need to do a lot of stuff. Let's see, we'll start with the Leopard HQ. Let's bring the diamond formation up to, again, try to strike these T-55s completely out of the equation. Just get them the fuck out of here. On a 9, everybody's in range and nobody's in dense terrain. It's cocked. And we got an 8. Perfect. So because of these stupid spandrels, we're going to have to just kind of oblique to this side along the riverbank and fire across this way so as not to trigger any op fire from them. It looks like because of how I placed them, I didn't want this leopard to open up on them with his turret as soon as they got this far. So I kind of stayed to this side of the woods so that they're too far in for him to see them to shoot. But that also takes this corner away from them. And so they can only shoot out this way. So they're looking at, as soon as these leopard 2s move, they're getting flamed on. So they, unfortunately, they can't do anything about an oblique maneuver this way. Okay, so we got a 2-and-2 situation here. So these 2 are going to fire here at this middle guy, and then these 2 are going to fire at the end guy here. So we got to give him an order to do that because I gave him a move order first. So now we need an 8 to open fire. That's a 10. Of course it is. So at the end of... Well, now I'm going to go to the Leopard 2 guy. So we've got all 4 of the Leopard 2s online and none suppressed. I'm going to tell these 2 specifically to fire on this T-55. And these 2 specifically are going to fire on this T-72. And it's going to go off on a 10. That's an 8. So we're going to have 2, 5, 6, 7. These are stationary shots within half range. So the 2 tanks into the T-55 first. They really should knock out these T-55s. Those are going to cause a problem. I've already declared the shot though, so whatever. 2 on a T-55. They are in the open, so 3 hits. I'm pretty sure they get a... Is it a 4-up? It's a 4-up save. Weird. Saves 2, or saves 1, takes 2. And he is suppressed with 2 hits. Alright, now the second tank on the hill into the same T-55. That's 2 hits. Check their hits. Hopefully he's knocked out at 4. They have 4 hits indeed. So if he doesn't save these, I popped a T-55. Big friggin' whoop. Saves on 4s. He saves 1 of them. And oh, that's cocked. He takes a double suppression and is knocked out because he smacks right in to this guy. Okay, it's officially even in body count. I'm pretty sure 1 Leopard 1 is worth more than a single T-55. I'm almost positive. Okay, so now the other 2 onto the T-72 over here. 6, 7. I need to double check the half range here, so it's 50 for them. Yeah, it was well within. So you get 7 shots apiece over there on 6s. That's 2 hits. He saves 1 and takes a suppression. That's excellent news. Next tank, same target, 6s. No hits, but we suppressed him, so that's nice. On a 9, we're going to do that again. We're going to obviously switch targets for the T-55 though, so this time we're going to spread the fire. So this Leopard 2 is going to fire on the T-55. Next one's going to fire on the next one in line, and we're going to double up again on the T-72 in the hedgerow. 7 shots per tank still. On 4s over here, on the T-55s. That'll be 5 hits. He saves 3 of them, miraculously. And is suppressed with 2 hits. The second tank. Two hits from that one. Saves 1. And no suppression, but he takes a hit. Okay. Next. The 2 on the road, firing into the hedgerow. T-72 on 6s only. Looks like 1 hit. He doesn't save. And it's a 3. It landed flush, even though it's in the terrain, so I'm not going to re-roll it. The next tank. Cocked there. Hits twice. Nice. Doesn't save either one. 2 more 6s. Come on. There's 1 6. He's suppressed with 2 more hits. That was nice. Because you better believe I'm doing that shit again. Okay. On an 8, we're going to do it again. That's a 7. Excellent news. Same spread this time since nobody got knocked out. Same tanks, same spread. Right here, on 4s, he's hit twice. Saves 1. Takes another hit, but not another suppression. Right here. That's 4 hits. Needs to save 3 of these or be knocked out. He saves 3 of them and takes 1. And is suppressed with 2 hits. Road Leopard 2s into the Jerk 72. Sixes only. That's 1 hit. He saves it. Volley 2. 3 hits. Outstanding. He saves 2. Takes another hit. He's at 4 hits. 1 hit away. This could be the end of that guy. On a 7, we're going to do it again. Same targets, same spread. 7. All right. 7. Into the T-55s first. Let's finish these jerks off. On 4s, 1 solitary hit. They must be reloading. Doesn't save it though. And never mind, he's knocked out. There's no suppression. So it's 1 knocked out there. Second tank now has no target because their primary target is gone. Road leopards. 5, 6, 7. Into this T-72. 6s only. 1 hit. He doesn't save it, and that knocks him out. Actually, let me double check that. That's worth checking. That's the one heroic motherfucker if he does. Yeah, no, 5 hits. He's gone. Lit him up. Caught him. Fired too much. Now everybody sees him. Alright. So leopards did their job. Let's see. On a 6, I'm going to do that again. I'm trying to finish these T-55s off. They're doing double duty right now, taking out the T-55s and hurting the T-72 line. There's still 2 T-80s around here, though. So it's a 6 and a 9. So that ends the turn. Good turn, though. Let's see, these are gone. That was for op fire for the previous turn. And they've already paid their penalties for shooting with it. And are now almost gone. Let's see, so that's 2, 3. We are 3 pieces away from putting the East Germans at breakpoint. 3 pieces away. For the check, so they'll be at 25% in 3 pieces, and so they'll have to check each turn until they fail and run away. And it gets progressively harder to roll. It's +1 per each subsequent turn per each subsequent check after the first. So that's going to be pretty annoying for them. So we're going to go to, that was the West Germans. So go ahead and take care of this East German mess while we're still recording. We're going to start with the T-80s, or we'll start with the tank HQ rather. He's going to tell the T-80s to open fire into the leopards. We're going to put 2 on 1, 2 on 1. And this is going to start off at a 9 and no debuffs. That's a 9 exactly. We're going to get 7 shots apiece again. 4, 6, 7 into the leopards. This one's on the left. On 4s, 5s because of the wreck. Let's see, that's 3 hits. They save 2. And no suppression, but it takes a hit on the left. No big deal. Tank number 2. Same target. Same target. Wow. That's 6 hits this time. Save it on 4s. It's caught. So they're going to take 3. And he's going to be suppressed with 4 hits. 1 hit away from falling into the water. Unrecoverable. Let's see here. The next 2 on the other guy. On 5s. 0 hits from number 1, or rather number 3. And, whoops, 2 hits from number 4. Saving on 4s, taking 1, no suppression. So this guy takes a hit. So on a 7, they're going to do that again. That's a 6. 7. Same targets, same spread, same tanks. On 4s or 5s. It's 3 hits. 2 saves. No suppression. But that knocks him out. Okay. Tank 2 now loses a target because it's dead. Tank 3 and 4 now into the leopard. 2, 4, 6, 7. On 5s because of the wreck. Burning wreckage cocked. Miss. Two hits on that. No saves whatsoever. And we got us no suppression. Needed another 5. So it's 2 more hits. And this guy. And the last tank. Two more hits. Saves one of them. No more suppression. But he's at 4 hits now. No suppression. Let's see. On a 6, we're going to do it again. That's a 9. So the tank HQ is done. We're going to go to the infantry HQ. The T-55s are unreachable. He's going to tell let's see. We will tell this T-72 to open fire on the hill. That's going to start out at an 8. Goes to 7 for terrain. That's a blunder. Awesome. And he rolls a 2. That's the boring one. No, yeah. So he takes D6 hits. He takes 1 hit on a 4-up in all situations. He gets hit. And you don't roll for suppression. He's just suppressed with a hit. Double check the suppression thing. Got a command blunder of a 2, 1 or 2. Ceasefire and roll 1 die. Hit on 4 in all situations. Roll for suppression as normal and if suppressed, so I have to hit him again. He is suppressed, so he's suppressed with a hit. And if suppressed, the command value of the command unit is reduced by a 1 for the duration of the player's next turn. So next turn, he will be a command value of 7 to start out with. Womp womp. Let me go ahead and put a Soviet pinned marker on this guy. That'll sit right on top of his tank there. I said it'll sit right on top of his tank there. Son of a bitch. Alright. And so now we have the tank commander, and he's going to grab hold of the 3 superstar T7, well, sorry, the 2 superstar T-72s in town. That's going to go to an 8 because of terrain and range. 7 because range and terrain. That's a 10. So ends the turn. 6. Hits go away. Suppressions go away. I gotta leave this on until the end of the next turn. For that's the effect of the blunder there. Everything else is good though. Yep, still need 3 more pieces. So this next West German turn needs to be pretty huge, so we can call it a day. I want to get to some 30k stuff that I have to work on. Got hobbying to do. The night is young. And this is going to take 10 hours to crunch down for you jerks to watch tomorrow. Okay, let's pause here and come back with turn 7 top.